Back in his soundproof studio, meticulously analyzing the Blackwood Manor recordings, Arthur isolated the anomalous blips, running them through filters, amplifying them, painstakingly removing static. He expected some environmental resonance or distortion. He was prepared for anything, but what truly emerged? What materialized from the amplified silence chilled him. It wasn't a sound he'd heard in the manor. It was a faint, almost subliminal whisper, but it wasn't human. It was unlike anything he had ever catalogued. Ethereal, fragile, like sorrowful wind chimes or rustling ancient paper. Amplified, he discerned distinct patterns. It wasn't random. It had a rhythm, a language, an ancient desolate cadence of profound sadness, fading hopes and sudden shocking terror. He worked for weeks, obsessively, driven by a terror-laced curiosity, fueled by endless coffee. The sounds became clearer, sharper. They coalesced into distinct, unearthly tones. He realized he was hearing a chorus of lost sounds, the ragged final breath of someone gone too soon, the fleeting echo of a forgotten laugh, cruelly tinged with despair, the distant fading cry of terror from an event long past. Blackwood Manor wasn't haunted by sights, it was haunted by the auditory imprints of its past, trapped in its very fabric of decay, waiting for someone like Arthur to finally listen. The more he listened to the lost sounds from Blackwood Manor, the more terrifyingly vivid they became, not just on his recordings, but around him. A faint, almost imperceptible scream seemed to emanate from his kitchen. A child's fleeting giggle echoed in his empty hallway. These weren't residual echoes. They were new, fresh, manifesting directly to him in his soundproof haven. He'd hear them just at the edge of his perception. A chilling, constant counterpoint to the absolute quiet he so craved. Arthur realized, with growing, paralyzing terror, that by meticulously collecting and amplifying these lost sounds, he hadn't just recorded them. He had released them. He had become a conduit, an unwilling gateway. The sounds weren't trapped in Blackwood Manor anymore. They were now following him. They were a constant, invisible entourage. A horrifying symphony of forgotten agonies and fleeting joys that only he could perceive. He frantically tried to destroy the recordings, smashing equipment, deleting files, burning hard drives, but it was futile. The whispers persisted. He could hear them now, even without his equipment, a faint, constant hum, a cacophony of suffering and elusive happiness beneath the surface of everyday noise. Sleep became a nightmare of disembodied wails and fragmented, chilling conversations. Arthur, the man who sought absolute silence, had instead invited the world's most desolate echoes into his very being. He sought pure sounds, and in doing so, he had invited the purest, most unsettling echoes of the past directly into his present, and they would never, ever leave him.